Are you sick of not being happy with your soloing? I teach a lot of people, all at various levels, and I hear a lot of improvisation all day, every day. Here are some common things that could be happening to your soloing that might make it sound not good to you. Here's a jammer's dream. This is just an E dominant 7 chord. And I've got that looped in a little looper down here. So it's very easy to know now that E minor pentatonic should sound really good over that. But when you try it, it doesn't quite work out. It sounds a bit aimless. It's missing some key elements. What's missing? Well, I reckon there's 3 main elements. The first one is rhythm. Here's me just playing the scale up and down on the beat. And so on and so on. No matter how well I play, how confidently I play that scale, if I just think of being on that beat, there's going to be no rhythmic interest. Everything I was playing was on a downbeat. So I'm going to actually give you this little exercise where you play to a metronome, but you're not allowed to play on the beat. Tick, 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 tick. That's the first thing that I usually get people to do when they're struggling with creating rhythmic interest. A little goes a long way. If you add some rhythmic interest to the minor pentatonic scale, you've got music. I'm not even going to do any vibrato or bends or slides or anything. Already got instant funkiness. It makes people want to fill in the gaps of the downbeats because you're not providing it to them. You're not spoon feeding them. That's a good tip for a riff as well. Don't just always play on the downbeats. Now I'm going to add some articulation and listen to what it does. It just brings it to life. It sounds like rhythmic, cool, confident guitar playing. Okay, there's something else going on there though, and this is what I want to bring up: tension and resolution. In other words, knowing where the full stops are going to be. I talk about this a lot in my videos here on YouTube, but so much more with students. If you're playing over this chord, then an E is going to sound like a very, very, very definite full stop. I meant to play that phrase and it meant to end here, and I sound confident because I've just gone. I created the tension by playing notes that aren't E. Yeah, there's an E there, but it's fleeting. You can prolong that tension as long as you know where you're aiming to go. Then that tension and resolution starts to provide, you don't have to think about it too much. It just starts to happen naturally. But it takes a lot of practicing, thinking about those being like everything else is like you're swimming, and then there you land on a little island, and then you go off swimming again. Land. Land. That tension and resolution in action with the rhythm sounds like this. the simplest thing that I did that I really like is that I just played that. Instead of doing that, I just did it as a bend. To even just do that little tension, release, playing D to E, and that's an E chord. Doing that is using another chord tone that goes beyond the scope of this video. Not too bothered about why that sounded like it was a release of tension. All I'd like to think about for now is just thinking root note is the end of your phrase. Play it with conviction, play it with vibrato, and do a nice slide away from it for extra effect. Okay, the third thing that is missing from a lot of beginner improvisers playing is language. The language, the shared language. In other words, licks. We put in hundreds and hundreds of hours practicing these little cool licks that we then try and pretend that we just made up on the spot when we do our improvisations. Things like something like that, or I've not made these up. These have been around for decades. The shared language of the genre of music that this is, rock or blues or whatever, it all merges together. When you throw those in with some tension and release and some interesting rhythmic playing, your solos don't sound like they're meandering anymore. Could go on and on and on, as jam sessions usually do. I'm not going to make you listen to that, but think what's happening there. This is what it went from. This no rhythm, no care about tension or resolution, just landing on any note, and not using any rock language. Add in all that other fun stuff. I had to end it on the most cliche blues lick of all time. Anyway, have fun with it. Just put those three elements into your soloing, and it's gonna get there, I guarantee it. Thank you for watching. An extra special thanks to these names over here. They support me on Patreon, that's nice of them. And I hope this one helps, I really do, because it's hard. Playing guitar is tough. You're doing an amazing job, don't give up. Just keep going. And I'll see you in the next video.